was Ice Climbers.
Ah,
I
I see.
mean?
In terms of an experience or
Right.
just like a willingness to play the matchup correctly.
Exactly. Like not enough people knew the matchup, and that's why I think we saw that surge from Ices for a couple years, and now everyone is learning the matchup, and therefore I think Ice Climbers are kind of slipping in the meta a little bit. I still think they'll be viable for several years to come.
Yeah.
I just think it'll be harder and harder.
I just think we're at a point right now where there's just more of them than ever, and not only are there just more of them than ever, there's more that you need to be aware of.
Right,
like,
right.
There's more like Army.
Yeah,
there's more like Infinite Numbers. There's more like Frostbyte out there.
Right. Yeah, I think that despite the fact that at top level, ICs haven't been doing as well the past year, at mid to high level, they're doing great.
Yeah.
For sure. And there's definitely a lot of them. But again, that kind of contributes to more people learning the matchup because there are so many Ice Climbers now. People have to learn the matchup.
Yeah.
And I think once you learn the matchup with a lot of these top tiers, they're kind of a bad character, honestly.
Right.
When it boils down to it. You can really shut down a lot of their options very well.
I think it was Wobbles who described him as a mid-tier character with a high-tier gimmick.
Yeah. That's a great way of putting it because it's definitely a little bit of a gimmick they have with wobbling. Without wobbling, obviously, they would be hardly even seen in tournaments at this point.
That's very interesting. Yeah, I mean, one of the last guys we saw that wasn't really so heavily wobbling reliant was Fly Amanita, and he's almost faded into complete obscurity at this point.
Yeah. I think he's pretty much fully retired now, unfortunately, because he was definitely one of the best Ice Climbers to watch and did some of the most creative stuff.
Now, as someone who came up with Chillin and Chew and Asin, you've probably seen this matchup, so many times.
Yeah. I think it really just boils down to Marth staying safe, like not doing stuff like that.
Yes.
You have to make sure all your aerials are spaced. You want to do a ton of down tilts.
Yeah, I was going to ask.
Fully spaced down tilts.
I was going to ask how good do you think down tilt is? Because
I
find it to just be a generally underrated moves among Marths. And, totally.
As far as when you want to keep a character out, down tilt is your best friend with Marth, I think. So that's obviously against Ice Climbers. You never want to let them in.
Yeah.
And then forward air is really good too, but you generally want to do spaced rising forward airs so that you don't end up on the ground afterward. And
like he did, which ended up getting him wobbled on Kalvar.
He did a close forward air, and even if you all cancel that, you're liable to get grabbed. It's not like Marth has a shine that he can place after his aerial, so...
And here's another one. Yeah, Frostbyte taking it.
Yeah, so it's hard for sure. You have to really be disciplined, I would say, as a Marth player against Ice Climbers. You have to pick your spots very well and not get impatient.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just not really seeing a lot of down tilt, which I feel like is pretty crucial in this matchup because non-tipper, you can push them into the tipper. You can get fully spaced. Like, you don't always have to get a fully spaced one. The fully spaced one's safe, obviously, but splitting them with it is good also if you can catch them.
Yeah.
If you watch a Marth like Zoso, I mean, he is so down tilt heavy.
Yeah.
Like some of these guys that are like encroaching that mid to high level, they are using a ton of down tilt.
Pretty much any Marth that I see that's good against ICs will use a ton of down tilt. Shroom is actually insanely good at the Ice Climbers matchup, and Shroom spams down tilt. Same with La Luna, uses a ton of down tilt. Zane. It's practically necessary against Ice Climbers. Wow.
That block.
Yeah. Interesting little setup. Okay. See if he's... Oh, wow. See, right there, I think he should have finished off the kill and ended up working out anyway, though.
I find that a lot of people that are just not comfortable versus Ice Climbers or don't have a ton of matchup experience versus Ice Climbers, they get in these situations where they don't really know which one they want to go after.
Yeah, I think that's one of the biggest things is knowing when to target switch and kind of doing it confidently.
Yes.
You can't like half-ass it and kind of not really make a commitment either way. You gotta decide and you gotta go hard.
What's the biggest reason you would say for not just going to attack Nana?
Okay, so the only reason generally that you don't want to just finish off a kill on Nana is because you're liable to get punished by Popo. So that situation does come up a lot. Generally, though, if you have them separated and Popo's not near you, then you should almost always go for Nana. But sometimes there's situations like if Popo's close to 12% already, then you can kind of bait like you're going for Nana and then just suddenly catch Popo.
Because they're going to be so concerned with getting back to Nana.
Exactly. They're trying to save Nana, and then you can just kill them if they're at high percent already, you know what I mean? Or if you can possibly target switch and get a bunch of damage on Popo by catching Popo off guard. There's a lot of good reasons to target switch and go back to Popo. Just generally speaking, you should focus on Nana once you have them separated, as long as you're safe from Popo.
Frostbyte behind this game, but eating it up with a clutch wobble here. And he is it looks like he is trying to hold back a smile while Kalvar meditates.
Yeah, Kalvar definitely trying to.
If you go back and clip that, Kalvar literally looked like Obi-Wan in that scene in Phantom Menace where the laser wall comes in between him and Darth Maul, and he just like meditates for like a few seconds. So let's see if Kalvar can activate the Jedi mind tricks here.
And that should be a dead Nana. Oh, okay, so Frostbyte kind of fakes like he's going to go save her, decides not to. I think it would have been a good call, actually, there.
It's just a little bit of hesitation for me.
Okay, see if he can finish it off.
Don't think he got a jump. He did not.
Nope.
That should be enough. Kalvar pulling ahead, trying to get on the board, make this a close set.
He's got to be careful now. He knows exactly what Frostbyte's going to be looking for.
Yeah, this is definitely not.
Oh, and there it is. Yeah.
This is no time to be sitting there thinking about what stage you're going to ban.
Right.
The game is by no means over. And now Kalvar is in a dangerous situation on last stock here.
Low percent on both climbers. He's going to have to be very careful.
Especially after the way he lost the first game. That fair that he came down with was dangerous.
Yeah. He's being pretty careful right now. He's got to keep that up.
Showing a little bit of restraint here to not just dive on Nana when she just pops up. Oh,
wow,
nice up
B.
That was very, very good.
Yeah. Oh, but doesn't quite follow up there. Oh, I like that up B again. Smart stuff from Kalvar. He's definitely showing that he's at least a little bit familiar with this matchup.
Yeah, that was a transcendent up B. Oh, my goodness.
What a
they were
wiggle out.
desynced, I think.
Yeah, yeah.
That's from an old Ken video where he used to like stand in the middle and go to the top platform with up B, and he'd be like, the ice climbers can't do anything about it. Oh, double forward smash tipperoni.
The tips. Nicely done from Kalvar.
Kalvar says he's banning FD with before the announcer even said game, I'm pretty sure. Frostbyte probably going to Dreamland if I had to guess.
Yeah, maybe Stadium, but I think Dreamland would be the best bet.
It's tricky because you don't want to give Marth up tilt kills.
Yeah, yeah.
You don't want to give Marth up tilt kills, so you don't want to. I find that a lot of people are just going to go to Dreamland because they feel Marth's generally weaker there.
Yeah.
And they're not giving him anything for going there. Plus, it's always like a gamble with when it comes to Marth, and especially when you play a character like the Ice Climbers, it's always a gamble with the transformations.
Right. Yeah, funny tidbit about how he just gave 880 damage that last game. I once beat Choose Ice Climbers in a regular 4-stock friendly. This was in like 2010, 2011, and I did over 1,000 damage to. Oh Jesus!
Kalvar deleting Nana from the jump, says I'm not getting wobbled on this stock. You're gonna have to get her back.
Nicely done from Kalvar. But yeah, so I did over 1,000 damage in a single regular match of Melee because it was Ice Climbers, and so I guess that's 125 damage per climber per stock.
Jesus.
It was actually absurd. And I won. If I had lost that match after giving 1,000 damage, I would have been very upset.
It's a testament to your ability and also Choose.
Yeah, also his DI and shit like that. That was insane that he was able to survive that long. But Frostbyte off to a rough start.
He's in a world of hurt. These guys look like they could almost be the same guy.
Yeah.
They look like
twins. One just has glasses.
It looks like somebody was making a character in like an RPG and just changed like 2 or 3 options.
Yeah, they just copy pasted.
I was like, this is my new playthrough.
New game plus. All right. I feel like Kalvar needs to build a little bit more on this lead if he wants to have a strong chance here. Okay, I like that. Oh, but that'll do it. Oh, wow, no. What? In God's name just happened? All right, Frostbyte going for a little style there. Works out for him. Oh, nicely done from Kalvar, though. That was combo on Nana.
That was style, but that's like that thrift store style.
Yeah.
You know?
Ooh. Okay. And
the last hit of side B is everything else.
I would like to see more Marth do counter on Ice Climbers.
Yeah, definitely. What are they going to do? Just go away from you with it?
They can't do anything. Yeah, they got to get hit. All right. Kalvar is staying so safe. Oh, but he doesn't land on the platform with the up B. That's huge. That is huge. Just gave away that stock essentially by missing the platform with the up B. So unfortunate.
When you spend this much time like not doing anything, it definitely has an effect on the momentum.
Oh, 100%. I actually, for a while, when wobbling started to become popular a few years ago, I actually used to ask Ice Climbers players if I could leave pause on and just forfeit the stock, just to not lose as much momentum.
And time.
Because, yeah, you lose a ton of time. You lose. I just feel like the not playing for that long legitimately affects how well you're playing.
Well, you starting to get into some of the nerdier stuff about it. Your heart rate starts to go down.
Right.
The amount of oxygen going to your brain starts to increase. It literally is going to change the way you think, the way you're breathing.
100%.
So just dealing with that kind of body change.
Again.
Oh, he got grabbed.
Kalvar with the exact same mistake as he made last stock.
He looks very, very disappointed.
Hate to see that kind of thing happen.
If this is it for Kalvar, he will be thinking about that up B the entire drive back to wherever he came from.
Both of those up Bs. Because he made that same exact mistake last
It's one thing to make it once.
Yeah.
But when you get killed by it the second time in the clutch stock, the second to last stock.
Right. That's rough. But it's not over by any means.
Definitely not. Especially when these ice climbers are DC'd and getting up B.
Yep. Okay. We'll see where he goes. Okay, so here I like the fact that he's going for Popo still because Popo's close to kill percent.
Yeah, he's also not just swinging his biggest moves on Nana. Like, he's just trying to, like, keep them separated.
Nice.
Yeah, that was good.
See, right there, he didn't focus on Nana at all, knowing Popo's about to die.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Pound Underground, Game 3. Last stock, last game.
This is the closest set we've seen thus far. We'll see who can take it.
Kalvar, of course, one grab from imminent death.
Yeah, got to watch those blizzards as well. Oh, great double jump down there. Okay. Oh, crouch cancel from Frostbyte.
Yeah, that sliding down smash.
Wow, what a pivot forward smash.
Good bait.
Oh man, this is so close.
Tried to catch him punishing Nana there, but it was too fast.
Okay, and Kalvar sneaks out.
I thought for sure that back there would be enough. Oh, I heard the uppy sound again. I heard the uppy sound again, which means he did it again.
Yeah, but that 5-frame startup, too long.
He should be killing Nana right now.
Yeah, he should definitely focus on Nana
This
here.
is one of those times where she's right there.
Yeah, I think in this situation it would definitely be worth it. Oh,
we down aired him.
And, okay, let's see.
He's got to kill Nana right now.
Oh,
Nana!
He misses 2 forward smashes, but he's staying aware. Oh, be careful.
Dude.
Oh, man, Nana's still alive.
He's giving I think he's giving Frostbyte so much time.
Okay, Nana should be dead now.
Now he's in a bad spot. Now he's in a bad spot, but he has Nana.
Oh,
my God, on
there it
Dreamland
is
2, Kalvar.
Kalvar.